Good evening, Chrissy here from Photography for Beginners Editors Group. This evening, Samantha posted a picture and she wanted to know both how to remove the I Love My Auntie from the front of the shirt and how to change the background color to something that would match the pink. So I'm going to really quickly show you how I was able to do that with this image. And I'll show you the edit that I did already. You can see I was able to do that. And I'll really quickly show you how I did that. So the first thing I always do is just copy my background layer. That way if I make any mistakes, I still have a good one underneath that hasn't been altered in any way. So when you do that just by clicking Control J. The other way to do it is to take it and drag it down to a new layer icon and let go, and it does it as well. So clone tool, 100% opacity, nice soft brush. We click Alt to define where we want it to clone from, and then we brush it in. And I'll do it again. So click Alt there. And as you can see, Photoshop does a really great job of getting rid of things like that with the clone tool. Now on to the other issue of the blanket. I'm just going to copy this layer, and I'll show you why in a minute. So now I have a duplicate of that version. I'm going to go up to Select, Color Range. Now you have three tools over here, three eyedropper tools. The first one is your basic pick this color. The second one with the plus sign adds to it, so various shades of that color, it will add them all in there. And then you have the subtract one, so if I select something I really don't want, I can remove it. But as you'll see, I'm not even going to worry about that one today. So I'm going to click over here. Everything in this sample preview that is white is going to be affected. Everything that is black is not. So you can see I have lots of black still in the blanket. I'm going to want to include those. So I do that by just picking the plus sign, and I'm going to click on my image and just drag through some of those pixels, and it will include them anywhere in the preview where I can see some of those black images, and over here in the shadow as well. Now as you can see, it is picking up pixels from the baby, and they are going to be altered, but that is why I duplicated the layer, because I'm just going to brush off anything that's affected that I don't want in the end. And I get my marching ants, which shows what's being affected. So now I'm just going to go up to Image, Adjustments, Hue, Saturation, and by sliding this around I can change the color. You see I can pick really any color, and the first one is going to affect the actual hue, the shade, that the color that I've got. Saturation will determine how strong I want that color to be, and lightness just makes it lighter or darker. So I'll put the lightness back to where it was, and I thought we'd go with just a nice shade of pink. Something like that. Maybe take the saturation down just a bit so it's just a little more baby pink. And as you can see, it really took care of all of the orange that was in there. Even the shadow looks like it was the original color. So I'm going to say OK. I'm going to hit Control D to deselect. Now because it did pick the pixels up from the baby, they're a different color than they originally were. So I'm going to click on this little square with the circle in it and use a black paint brush. I'm going to mask it off and bring back that original color. There we go. Now you can see my mask tool went on the blanket a bit, and this is why you use a mask tool and not an eraser, because a mask tool I can just hit X to switch back to white paint. A little smaller brush, and I can go back in and paint that pink layer back in again. There we go. Now I find that there's a bit of orange on the side of her face there that to me looks like it might be color cast from the blanket itself. So I'm just going to lower the opacity down on my brush. And I'm just going to give it a little bit of a brushing there. Just to remove some of that orange. There we go. And even that skin tone it a little bit. And there you have it. That's how we went from an orange blanket to a pink blanket. Really easy. It only took me a couple of minutes. So as always, if you have any suggestions or ideas for new video tutorials, or if you have an image that you want to see me edit, just tag me in a post and I'll do that for you. Thanks and have a great evening, everybody.